Welcome to Steve's Tech Talk. Tech Talk, Tech Talk, Tech Talk, Tech Talk.
Meet Eric Grayson. We caught up with him at the Museum of Art. Today, he's projecting a silent movie to help the Indianapolis Chamber Orchestra as they prepare for the Winter Nights series. As a kid, he fell in love with film while watching local late-night movie shows.
I used to stay up and watch Sammy Terry every weekend, and then I got really hooked on Dave Smith on Channel 8.
Fast forward 50 years, and Eric's love affair is leading him on a quest worthy of an Indiana Jones movie. He's racing against time to rescue a Hoosier legend.
This is the Milan game. You can smell it. It smells really badly, and you'll also notice that it's wavy and looks funny here.
That's right. It's the original film of the legendary Milan game, the one the movie Hoosier is based on. And it does stink, like a mixture of Vicks Vapor Rub and vinegar.
Milan with 18 seconds to go in the scorecard, 30-30.
If you think you've seen the film of Bobby Plump's last-second shot, the one that rocketed tiny Milan to an upset win over Muncie Central, you'd be wrong. What you've seen is a bad VHS dub of that film. Indiana University made it back in the 70s, right before they threw the film away. And that's where most people thought this story ended, until the athletic director at Milan High noticed a terrible smell coming from some old film cans in a back room. Enter Eric to the rescue.
It's exactly the kind of thing, as a film historian, that I'm really excited about. It's that big rusty vault of something that you're not sure what it is, and there's always something really cool in there.
What was in there was another copy of the Milan game film, shot by IU for IHSA 62 years ago. Now that it's been rediscovered, the hard part begins.
I'm going to be looking at each frame of 3 reels of this. Each one is 45 minutes, and we're talking about over 100,000 frames of film that we have to examine. So I will do all kinds of digital cleanup and frame saving and dust busting and all kinds of things on that, which is very slow and very tedious, and it takes about 6 months to get through.
This is an example of the magic Eric can perform. He's restoring the only film record of Indiana poet James Whitcomb Riley, removing scratches and dust.
And you can see these little yellow circles are things that it thinks are dust.
When he's finished, the difference should be dramatic. And look at what he hopes to do with the Milan film.
I'll zoom in on this frame from the VHS tape, and we'll fade into the same frame from the film just to give you an idea of how much detail the whole game has lost.
That's really the key for this.
So far, Eric's raised a good part of the estimated $25,000 restoration cost. If you'd like to help, you can reach Eric through his website at www.filmeric.com. If you figured the final restoration would end up in some digital format, you'd be wrong. Eric's goal is to get it back to film, archival Mylar film, with a shelf life of nearly 400 years. Since Eric's watched more movies than anybody I know, I had to ask, what's your favorite film?
And my favorite film, I always tell people, it's waiting in a film can for me to find somewhere. I haven't seen it yet, but someday I'll find it.
And here's hoping he does. For Boomer TV, I'm Steve Schweitzer.
Coming up, we'll meet a man who's actually rescuing a Hoosier legend.